quick, who's your go-to company for your DC comic book action figure fix? Is it Mayfix? Is it McFarlane Toys? Is it Mezco? Is it Hot Toys? So much competition out there right now. Now a new players starting to emerge. Beast Kingdom, they're showing some of their comic book based figures. They're teasing more. And I'm getting really intrigued to the point where I'm going to have to get a few. And if they're as good in hand as they look, they might end up being some of my favorite figures of the year. Let's take a look at them, break down what's in store for Beast Kingdom's DC comic book based figures. What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. So Beast Kingdom really has my attention right now, getting hyped up every time they tease some more of their comic book figures. Late last year, they showed off some more movie stuff. They've been specializing in movie, TV stuff. And I'm kind of like, okay, those figures look good. Nothing I needed to immediately pounce on and buy. And they showed these Batman Return figures, a really nice looking penguin, great cloth, soft goods attire, couple penguin drones that you can have as a double pack there. That's cool. Then you can see their Michael Keaton Batman. And on the right corner there, you can see the whip and a little bit of the heel from the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman that we still haven't seen in full glory yet, but I'm assuming she's going to look as good as these figures. And if so, very excited about that. Don't have any Batman Return figures, but these look like they could be some really good options. And then, we've seen a little bit more from that Batman figure. He's up for pre-order right now on my affiliate, Entertainment Earth. This looks really good. These are 8-inch figures. So everybody who hates on McFarlane for doing 7-inch figures, run to the hills now. But this is a really nice looking job on the 1989 Batman. So you can see this, the cloth, soft goods, clearly wired, posable cape. That looks good. You definitely need it with this outfit. And you can see he's all set to face off with old boy in the alley, giving that straight kick after he's swinging the swords, doing this whole thing. Bam! Just like that moment in the movie, in the trailer. That was so awesome. Anyway, he's got the grapple gun. You weigh a little bit more than 109. But this is really nicely done. And he looks like he has some pretty cool poses. I don't have any Beast Kingdom figures, but this one definitely made me pay attention. Like, oh, maybe we got something here. And you can see he's not as loaded up as some of the other lines that we might be collecting. No bicep joint, double jointed elbows though, so that's cool. Looks like he's got a little rotator cuff action in there as well. Not a lot, unless this is just a ab cut. Doesn't look like it, but we'll see. Thigh cut also missing. So not the most articulated figure, but definitely has some cool stuff. Got the batarang, the grapple gun, some shurikens, and 2 sets of swappable hands. Not bad. Not the most we've seen. Really solid stuff, though. And see, this is what it looks like in hands. So there you go. A little bit of close-up action. The price, though, pretty intriguing. $50. I know people, $50 for an action figure. That's insane. It's full anarchy. But pretty solid. And you can see here 22 points of articulation. So it's got the same amount of articulation as your typical McFarlane Toys figure. So there you go for what that's worth. And looks pretty solid figure here. And I'm excited about it. You can see some of the other ones they've done. They've done a Batman Begins, seen a Batman and Robin from them, Dark Knight, Batman Forever. So a lot of stuff from them on that movie Batman front. But what they also showed last year that really got me excited about what they have in store is this setup here. And these really got me excited. They showed a Dark Side figure. Man, that guy looks amazing. And I know there was a lot of excitement about that McFarlane one, but this one, oh man, how great does that figure look? So you can see there's a little bit of vinyl, soft goods elements here. You can see right here with the skirt, the boots, the gloves, the tunic here, of course his cape. I'm wondering if this will go off as well. You can take that little gem piece off, but that looks like a really great Dark Side figure. You can see here, definitely looks like the Kingdom Come Superman. You can see the black S going there, the chains, he's breaking the chains. That was really sweet. Then you can see this really interesting composite Superman. So we've got the half Superman and the half Batman. That looks incredible. check out all this detail here on this logo. It's actually sculpted. That's really cool. I'm really intrigued by this. And got the appropriate boots too. So you can see we got the little dip down there. We got the rising crest from the Batman. You can see here with that hip articulation. That looks pretty good. And this figure looks really exciting. And then over to the right, you can see an Alex Ross inspired Batman. So you can see more of the wrinkles here in the forehead, and that looks pretty solid. So this is a really, really nice looking job here on this Batman. And then I guess you got your Kingdom Come Superman, maybe so for Batman because his outfit didn't really change that much. Definitely a comic book based composite Superman, and certainly the case here again with this dark side. Now, the other thing that I'm kind of like, not quite sure about is this elbow joint articulation. You can see it sticks out a little weird here on both Darkseid and Superman. And you can't see it as well here with the composite Superman, but whatever. I think for the most part, that looks pretty good on both of those guys. And they've been teasing some more stuff on the DC comic book front, which has me going, okay, keep talking. What else you got coming for us? And so they showed a little bit more, I guess, another teaser of the composite Superman. They call you two the world's greatest heroes, but the composite Superman will still destroy you. Talk more. This is really fun the way they've put this thing together. And you can see that detail. They've really done a great job doing that half Batman, half Superman, right down to the nose. You can see that. That looks great. You can see the cape set up. You've got the Superman tucked into the collar. Very nicely done. You've got the Batman one with more of the cowl piece coming here and the cape hanging there. I just love the fact that they incorporated that. It made it look different. They've got the logos, so you can see your half sculpted Superman, your half sculpted oval Batman. Very nicely done. The colors look good too. A little kryptonite green on Superman also looks really, really impressive. So this is a really cool looking figure. I am so impressed that they're doing this. And this is oh yeah, I've got to get this because they did some really cool work in this. I mean, the sculpt is not one they can just keep repeating, re-spamming with different kinds of repaints on it. That's really fun and really cool. So yeah, definitely got to grab that. And then they've also done another tease of another figure that's probably going to be really popular when they release it because he's 8 inches. So, like the rest of these figures, but his scale may work with, say, McFarlane and some other ones, is this guy, the main man, bite me fanboy, Lobo. As you can see here, that elbow joint doesn't look as weird. So I don't know if maybe that was just the early prototype look and they refined it a little bit more, but this is really cool seeing Lobo joining in on the fun. I guess we're looking at the back of the packaging here just because of the way this is set up. But Lobo is a really fun addition here. So you can have Lobo fighting Superman, fighting the composite Superman, and really curious to see how that hair is going to work. Maybe they have some different hair setups for him. But I like the leather jacket. That looks really great. So the detail on this decal, I mean, that's great. So many greats with this figure line, but I'm excited about this. We've got a really solid looking Darkseid. Potentially the best version of Darkseid we'll get in figure form so somebody else steps up. But right now, that one looks like it could be number one. We got a composite Superman, really unique sculpting, and Alex Ross, Superman and Batman. Gotta assume they're both from Kingdom Come. That's pretty exciting, pretty intriguing for me because it's all like in different stuff, and you can see here I rearranged the DC multiverse setup here, so 3 shelves of them now. Street Fighter figures have been relocated here, and the other Jada toys. You can see the Mega Man figures, maybe, but I'm getting a lot of DC figures, but these I'm gonna have to make some space in the collection for because they look really good. And they've also shown another teaser. This one has me most hyped. And you can see here, not as much soft goods attire, but boy, what do we got here? So we've got Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and this is more of his Silver Age look. So you can see the little triangle pattern, I guess you can call it that. Not the Silver Age look. We've got the shoulders cuff there. Nice looking head sculpt on Hal. You can see this. Definitely more of an Alex Ross inspired grumpy old man Superman. Lots of wrinkles, but the blue looks really sharp. I love the way they're sculpting these logos. That looks really good. You can see it's just really sticking out there. Ditto on Green Lantern's outfit. More of that Alex Ross Batman, so you can see it a little bit better. The bat really stands out again here. The pouches look good. And the long fin. He's pointing. I'm coming for you, punk. More wrinkled forehead action. Kind of curious, though. Can we see if these eyes, do they move, or are they just permanently looking to the side? Give them McFarlane figures a side eye, if you will. And you can see here, I think, the stubble. Really good detail they're adding in on these figures. So that looks really impressive. Of course, he's got the leathery cape. That looks really awesome. Then you can see Barry Allen, the Flash, and done in that Alex Ross style. So it's not yellow, it's gold. And really, really digging that. And just, man, this is a really nicely done looking figure. And he's almost got that same way that Alex Ross does it, where he's got more of a seam here and there. Boy, that looks good. And he looks like he can strike a really good running pose. So that's awesome. Superman has a soft goods cape as well. Doesn't look like it's leather like Batman, which I do appreciate. I think that's cool because it shows Batman would have more Kevlar, a tighter weave in that cape. Superman doesn't need it because he's Superman. And classic design. I wish we could see the cuff so we could see if there's any reason to hate on this one. Hey, there's no cuff on this Superman. And so, of course, you can see Darkseid back here. And I'm going to assume that his eyes do light up because they're not messing around with it. You can see the cape is not attached. So I really wonder if this silver disc D does come off. So we get that full-on classic look. These figures really impressed me. We can see they definitely are showing this is Alex Ross inspired. So you can see the looks here with these guys definitely carrying that Alex Ross look. And this is notable because we've seen DC Direct tackle Alex Ross figures before, but of course, with zero worthwhile articulation. Here's some of the Justice figures. You can see Black Manta. I don't know how his head's showing up in that one. Here's Parasite. Aquaman. I think Aquaman has been one of those guys, one of those characters who always has awesome figures. This one looked really great. Black Canary looks exactly like how Alex Ross drew her. And then there's the Batman figure. So you can see the same setup here with this figure. And he looks, tons of wrinkles in that cowl forehead action. Maybe the ears aren't as high. But these figures look pretty good if you just kept them in a museum pose. I did not. I want to be able to do more with my figures. I don't want just the basic, hey, I'm going to keep them standing. I like to do a little bit more, pose them up, play with them, but these figures didn't quite get it done. These Beast Kingdom figures, though, they got 22 points of articulation. That is a basic McFarlane figure. These figures are pretty solid in terms of posing and moving. So if that's the case, I think I'll be okay with what they're offering. And just to show you just some more inspiration of what Alex Ross figures would look like in figure form with articulation, here's what we're looking at here. And you can see this is more the Satellite era crew because this Batman is blue, not black. But there's Adam, Wonder Woman, Black Canary, definitely matching up with that Justice version. Green Arrow, he always did a really cool Green Arrow. There's Elongated Man. Hey, Ralph. Martian Manhunter, the Hawks. There's your Green Lantern, Aquaman. Shout out Thanos. Snapper Car. Got Red Tornado. Alex Ross has favorites. He plays them. So there's no Firestorm here, which is unfortunate. But Zatanna's here. Wish he were in that other outfit. But yeah, this is a cool looking group. Really nice to see them in figure form as a collective. And, it'd be fun to have an Alex Ross collection of figures that were well articulated. I feel like a lot of us who grew up reading Wizard magazine and we're like, oh man, this is the greatest magazine of comic book stuff, long before everybody was going online for it. But just to be able to have some of those figures in that Alex Ross style, because I think he influenced so many different artists, it definitely got a lot of comic book fans like, oh man, these are amazing. So having an articulated set of these figures would be so cool, and just like, wow, I can't believe I've got these guys in figure form in the collection. And to be able to do this would be awesome too, so you can see the whole gang. Again, no love for Firestorm, but everybody else is here, and I love this matching counterpart. Avengers setup, so you can have the Avengers facing off of them on the other side. But this is really cool, and would love to be able to do this. Just to have this crew in figure form would be awesome. So I'm hoping Beast Kingdom can keep this going. Definitely a line I'm really excited about. I think the soft goods, the articulation, and just the likeness to Alex Ross's artwork is very intriguing. Definitely something that I could invest in as a collector and definitely excited about. So here's one more look at them. Again, you can see packing so much great detail on this. And you can see here a little bit better breakdown. Got your shoulder articulation, your bicep point there, double jointed elbows, your ab crunch. So Superman does have it. All of these guys have it, which is really good. I wonder how much range of motion we have on this back and forth section, but that looks pretty solid there. I love to see that neck range into the ball joint. Can Superman look all the way up, down, and going in the flying pose? What are we looking at in terms of accessories? Will Superman have flying hands? Looks like Barry Allen Flash has running hands. Will he also have fists? Will he have some special effects for his power in motion? What are we going to get with these guys? We've got a pretty decent idea of what we'll see with Batman. Very curious to see what we get with Green Lantern and Green Arrow and Wonder Woman and Aquaman. So much potential, so much to be hyped about with these guys. And we've seen a little bit of some prototype action. They've teased a bunch of stuff. So hopefully we'll get some pre-order information really soon. But this line is one definitely keeping my attention on, seeing where they're going, how they're progressing with these, because I'm really anticipating adding a lot of those over on the back shelf there with my rando DC collection. So stay tuned. I'm excited about them. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. This episode of Loud Figure Files has been filed.